All right, looks like we're live. Maybe? Yes. Just waiting for everything to make sure it's going live. Looks like we're good to go. So today we're going to be doing a live stream working on a full body workout. So today we're going to be doing a full body workout with dumbbells. So we're going to start with the upper body, doing chest and back, and then move to some legs. So we're going to start by warming up our muscles in our chest. So I'm going to grab a lighter dumbbell. So normally I would do this with a 40-pound dumbbell, but for a warm-up, Naveen, good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. So for a warm-up, I like to start with a lighter dumbbell and then move to a heavier dumbbell as the muscles start to get warmed up, and so I'm reducing the risk of injury to my shoulders. So for this, I start with a 30-pound dumbbell. You could even start with a 20-pound dumbbell, do it a little bit lighter. And just take a second and tip this down just a little bit. Uh-oh, there we go. Blood flow into that muscle. Currently using, currently it's 30 pounds. I think that's somewhere around 15 kilograms. I know the math is a little bit different than that. It might be more like 14. And then I'm gonna pair these with bent over rows. So letting my arms hang to the ground, pulling my elbows up to the ceiling. So I'm thinking about driving those elbows up rather than bending my arms, pulling up to the back. Now I'm actually resting kind of seated against the back of the bench because that gives a little bit of support for my lower back, where I can focus in on my lats and traps. So for me today, my shoulders kind of ache. So I'm gonna do one more set with each, one more warm-up set for each exercise before moving on. I wanna make sure that my joints are up to this. Doing a warm-up is a great way of realizing if your body is having to deal with an injury or a little bit of extra soreness. It lets you sort of gauge how is that workout gonna go. So it's a great measure for your workout. I'm thinking for a moment. So this might be a really short live stream today because I am dealing with some things health-wise where I'm a little bit under the weather. So I'm gonna try my warm-up, but right now I am just feeling like my body hurts. And that's a good sign that my body is still needing to recover from whatever I'm fighting right now. So we're gonna try. And that's a great thing for the warm-up is if you get through the warm-up and feel like, man, this is just not working, you can know you need to take a minute, let your body heal. 13 kilograms, bro, that's too much for me at least. Hey, that's the thing. If this is too heavy, that's totally fine. It's what's challenging for you. It's So even if you had to do 10 kilograms, 5 kilograms, it's about stressing the muscle a little bit each time. I can say right now, my body is already under stress, so even what I would normally warm up with I'm feeling it in my shoulders already. I'm gonna try for the bent over. So if you need to, what I would do is try and find a weight that works for you. Don't worry what I'm doing weight-wise. What I would do is look for a weight that's challenging, but you can get through 10 reps with. How heavy have I gone so far? So I don't try for 1 rep maxes. In the past, I did, I think, let's see, what would it be? It would be 220 for multiple reps, but that was on a machine. So it's a little bit different than dumbbells. Recently, what I've been doing is about 18 to 20 kilograms for reps. How long have I been training? So consistently for the past 3 years. But long term, I've trained off and on I did a lot of martial arts training, doing resistance training for strength. But recently in the last 3 years is when I started doing strength, trying to optimize for hypertrophy, for increasing muscle size, and to really how to include it into my day. Chandra Prime Blogs, where's my hair? I don't know. Do you want? I lost it. Actually, so when I was training jiu-jitsu, I was teaching how to do one of the students. He was kind of shorter. I think he was somewhere around 10 years old. I was teaching him how to do a shoulder throw, where you grab the back of their head and throw them over your shoulder like this. So he couldn't reach my head. So he actually jumped up, grabbed my hair, and pulled me down into a throw. And from that point forward, I started shaving my head really, doing a buzz cut or a shave cut, because that hurt so badly to have my hair just feel like it was yanked out of my head. So that was when I was a teenager, and I've just kept my hair short ever since. So shoulders feel pretty bad. Some like they're still aching and a lot of inflammation in them. I'm gonna do a little bit for legs, and then we might do some stretching instead today to give the body time to heal. So I'm gonna slide the bench out of the way. Sorry, my camera keeps disconnecting for some reason. Strength matters for sure. And it's kind of interesting. Muscle size and muscle strength are actually two different things. Muscle size can be influenced by connective tissue and other things in the muscle that build up, like the tendon and the membranes of the muscle, or the connective tissue within the muscle itself. And the fascia, which is a connective tissue inside. Hey, welcome from India, good to see you. But muscle strength is a combination of the nerves plus the types of muscle fibers in that muscle itself. So you can get both together, but usually The further on you go, the more you have to specialize into one or the other. So I'm gonna do, for legs, I'm gonna do some lunges. So we take one step forward. This is our working leg. So I want 90% of my weight on this leg. From here, I'm going to kneel down, tap the knee, and then back up, putting all my weight onto this leg. So from India, that's gotta be pretty late at night there, isn't it? So for strength, usually you want high weight and lower reps. For muscle mass or hypertrophy training, you care much more about high sets. And that's the thing I've, in the last couple of years, really tried to incorporate more, figure out how to get into my schedule, is how to do multiple sets of each exercise. And it's a lot easier to do legs than I haven't done upper body. So I feel like I'm a lot more fresh where my heart rate is not limiting me. Right now it's late here. I'm just going to sleep in a few minutes. Oh, well, thank you for joining, for coming in and saying hi and talking. Always great having you. Now, something I'm trying to do is keep my hip in line with my knee. So I'm not letting the hip come out like this. I'm trying to keep it tucked, where I'm keeping these muscles on the side of my hip engaged. Yeah, I'm doing it with one leg. So you can do a squat with two legs. The thing is though, I like the single leg because if I do two legs at once, my stronger leg can help compensate for my weaker leg. When I do a single leg, all of that has to be controlled by one muscle. 1 o'clock in the night in India, wow. So you guys are up late then. So you'll try it tomorrow? Awesome. Let me know how that goes. I know it's a little bit challenging when you first start out, especially it's a very much a neurological thing of figuring out how to control that muscle well. Takes a little bit of getting used to. That was the big thing going from two-legged squat to single leg. I felt like the balance of it was hard. But as I've done it, it's gotten easier over time. So today, it's gonna be a shorter stream. I tried to go through a warm-up, just feel like my body is still fighting something, so I'm gonna need to call it a day here. Thank you guys for being here. Hopefully we will be back on Friday with our normal workout routine. But till then, hope